what are you saying for about Ukraine, which is every given day attacking our civilian infrastructure?
Sir, I've seen no evidence of Ukraine striking civilian
Oh, really?
targets.
Well, you should see internet.
So as we speak, the European Union in Council is discussing using Russian frozen assets to fund Ukraine's war effort. Now, the former leader, Mr. Medvedev, said this was an act of war. Is that excessive in your view?
Hello, John. Thank you for giving me your floor. On my mind, we are long time already at war with NATO countries, and your decision about our money, which is now in your banks, will affect, first of all, European Union and Brussels, which is now against of stolen money, Russian money. It's a bad decision, which is affect United States, European countries, all countries, which is going to take money of our workers, of our teachers, of our policemen. It's not yours. You should understand it, and you can't have right to touch it. And if you will do it, you will be criminal. You should understand it.
So, assuming the European Union leaders go ahead with seizing and using these Russian assets, will Russia retaliate? And if so, how?
It's easy because you have a lot of buildings, factories, a lot of assets in Russia still have. And I mean, the Great Britain has billions businesses here, and you didn't take it from our country right now. And we have various ways to respond, but I don't believe you will do it, because you will destroy your financial system. It will be first time when so-called democratic and civilized world will steal money from our country, from other countries. And I'm sure if you're gonna do it, you will return it to us.
Okay, you raised several points there. I mean, you mentioned the remaining European and other assets that are still in Russia. I presume in saying that, you say those assets would be seized, would be nationalized by the Kremlin. Well, I presume that
No, I didn't say it. I told you that we can freeze it, we can use it for now. And when you will return to us our money, we will return to you your assets.
Okay, I hear what you say. You're talking about the possibility of seizing those assets and holding them until you receive the kind of treatment that you are demanding. And also, it must be true, mustn't it, Mr. Popov, that the European Union would have considered the possibility of legal action by Russia, and they have decided to go ahead, or they will have decided to go ahead, believing they can fight off that legal threat.
You know, I don't believe in international law anymore. And of course, our government will do some actions in foreign courts, but I don't believe in it. And I think we should do the same as you. If you steal our assets, we will get your assets, and we will freeze your assets here. We have an immunity of your actions, and look at the new sanctions. Trump imposed sanctions against our oil companies.
Yes.
And what we can see today 5% growing price. You know, the oil price is growing right now. And of course, it's thank you, Trump. Thank you for this. We need money for our budget, for our military, for our teachers and doctors. That's why if you do some actions against Russia, you should think that you will get a response, not only from us, but from economy, from markets, from stocks, from your own people.
Well, again, hear what you say. But Donald Trump has nonetheless gone ahead and announced what he's calling tremendous sanctions. He may have hesitated on the way to this point, but he's now announced those sanctions. And obviously, the oil economy is so important to your country, Mr. Popov. This will surely have to hurt.
John, I think you live in a world of myths, and you should read our economy statistics because you still live in the past, in last century. Because if you discover and research our economy, you will see that the share of oil and gas on our GDP right now is 17%.
Mr. Popov, I completely understand what you're saying to me. You're dismissive, you're contemptuous about the measures that have been taken so far and that we've heard about overnight and today. What might persuade or force President Putin to come to the negotiating table? What if President Trump were to agree to supply or see Ukraine supplied with Tomahawk cruise missiles? They're already using Storm Shadow missiles to strike important Russian energy installations. What would it take, Mr. Popov?
Sanctions, fluent military sanctions, weapons, financial aid to Kiev, and some other actions is wasting time to get peace closer. What you should do right now, and Trump should do, must do, we should sit around the table and discuss the main question, which is you never mentioned: security guarantees for Russia. Because
Yes.
NATO countries, NATO military infrastructure near our borders right now is a direct threat for my people, for my country.
Yes.
We should discuss and sign some document which is guarantee security guarantees, which is give security guarantees for my country, for Moscow, for Russia. And
okay,
this
Mr.
war
Popov,
will
Mr.
end
Popov.
on the next day.
Okay, again, I fully understand you. And we understand that President Putin and Russia, the Kremlin, want to see a demilitarized Ukraine, want to be able to take territory in Ukraine that the Russian military have not been able to seize throughout years of warfare. You want to see the removal of the Zelensky administration. We understand all of that, and you don't need me to tell you that from the Ukrainian perspective and the perspective of Ukrainians' allies, those terms are impossible, which means war then would be continued by Russia. And I presume that means, Mr. Popov, you would carry on as a military force, well, doing such things as bombing nurseries in Ukraine. I wonder what you say to that, because you'll understand it's got massive publicity here and around the world, and it's seen by so many people as an appalling atrocity, a war crime. What do you say to them?
What are you saying about Ukraine, which is every given day attacking our civilian infrastructure?
Sir, I've seen no evidence of Ukraine striking civilian targets.
Really? You should see internet. It's easy. And
well, there's an awful lot on the internet,
which is tell us that Ukraine is every given day attacking by missiles and drones our civilian infrastructure in Rostov Oblast,
Yes.
Belgorod Oblast, Bryansk Oblast, which is recognized as Russian territory even by you.
Yes.
And every given day, our people, civilians, are dying from Zelensky's attack. And of course, we are attacking, hitting military infrastructure and energy infrastructure in response of this terroristic attack from Kiev. That's just a response from us. And you will if you want, you will get lots of proofs of it, that Ukraine attacking civilian infrastructure in Russia every given night.
Okay, well, Mr. Popov, you will not be surprised to hear me say that I've seen no evidence of Ukrainian attacks on apartment buildings occupied by civilians in Russia. I've seen no attacks on nurseries in Russia. I've seen nothing of the size and type and scale that you describe. But as I say, you won't be surprised to hear me say that.
Check it, Google it. It's easy. It's easy to do because you're blocking all information from Russia. And you block Russian TV stations, you block Russian newspapers, internet sites, news agencies. It's all sanctioned by you, but by your government, British government, European government,
sir, again,
US
forgive
government.
me.
And you
sir, time is pressing. You will forgive me if I make a point. You can't
get any information from us.
Yes, I mean, I need to wrap up for reasons of timing.
You only used Ukrainian sources.
Yes. Okay.
But,
I mean, I'll need, forgive me, Mr. Popov, to wrap up for reasons of timing.
BBC correspondent here, and he will tell you, we have BBC correspondent here in Moscow, Steve Rosenberg, and he can tell you a lot about Ukrainians' attack on Russian territory, on Russian oil factories, on Russian civilian infrastructure, on Russian buildings.
Okay, well, sir, thank you for joining me this afternoon. I suggest to you that they would not, I believe, tell me those things, and we do have pretty free access to the information you described. But I have to leave it there.
Unfortunately not. Unfortunately, okay. Thank you.
Mr. Popov, thank you.